And welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, any, and I am playing Yasher Angle, the bibliophile and arcane enthusiast. Huh? I got it now, finally, after like 6 or 7 episodes. Yay. I finally got it. And he's always had it. Please welcome Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes.
Hi, I've always had it. I'm Xavier, he, him, and I play Aline, Lévesque, she, her, the photographer.
We're all a file of some sort.
Photographer on my file.
Yeah. To find out what file she is, please welcome Karen Huesman.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I play Melody Thompson, she, her, a witchophile? Does that work?
Yeah. I'll allow it. Perfect. I'll allow it.
I think that's you, Karen, though.
Oh.
The lines are blurring.
Yeah.
And file him under A for awesome. Please welcome Zach Clark.
What's up? My name is Zach. I play Razz, McClay, he, him, the gun maul.
Gunnaphile. Gunnaphile? Maulophile? And of course, we don't have this eldritch horror without her. Please welcome the keeper of our arcane knowledge, Susan the Spenader.
Yay, that's me. I go by she, her, and I will be playing all of the things, and I am a file of all of the things, especially the unseen and the unknown, and maybe of the eldritch variety.
Hell yeah, the monsters, the teratophiles. Yum, 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 yum. File me under that.
Saying it again.
The last time we played, we had a surprise guest show up for old Razz. I think that was the most shocking thing of all. But managed to pull out some information too from some of the townsfolk, which was really well done, Susan. You really like turned that around. There was a fun roll. There was like a fumbled roll or something that turned out really well for us.
I just vibe off of what I'm given, guys. You guys are great.
Well, let's get ready to vibe off what's coming up. So without any further ado, Susan, please take us into these strange aeons.
The screen is dark, the silence broken only by the distant, faint sound of an organ playing somewhere deep within the bowels of the church. Gradually, the scene emerges from the darkness, revealing a narrow hallway bathed in a muted, oppressive light. The only source of illumination comes from the single high-set window casting a narrow beam that barely touches the stone floor below. The other windows, seemingly obscured from the outside or perhaps are just there for show, allow no light to penetrate, leaving the majority of the hallway shrouded in shadow. The air is thick with the scent of dust and old wood, and the long, wavering shadows that stretch across the walls add to the unnerving atmosphere, as if the darkness itself is alive, lurking just beyond the faint glow. The camera focuses on Razz. Razz stands tense, his breath heavy and controlled. He holds a gun tightly in his hand, the barrel pressed against the back of Harcourt. The two figures are nearly motionless. The tension in the air is palpable. The camera lingers on Razz's face, his jaw clenched, his eyes burning with determination and barely suppressed rage. This was supposed to be a quiet, solitary moment, a place where Razz could finally get the answer he's desperately been seeking. The camera slowly pulls back, revealing the emptiness of the hallway. The hallway feels like it stretches forever, the organ's eerie melody drifting faintly from the unseen sanctuary above, adding to the haunting cadence of the scene. Razz's voice is low and gravelly whisper as he begins to interrogate Harcourt, his words laced with bitterness and desperation. Harcourt remains still, sweat beading on his forehead, clearly aware that any wrong move could be his last. The camera shifts focus behind Razz, the sound of a subtle footstep echoing in the silence. Suddenly, a familiar voice cuts through the tension, dripping with cold, calculated amusement. Well, 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 I guess we share everything. Razz freezes, his eyes widening in shock. The camera turns, slowly panning around Razz, capturing the expression of disbelief as he hears the unmistakable voice of his wife behind him. The dimly lit hallway now seems even darker, the shadows growing longer as if closing in around him. His breath catches in his throat, and the gun in his hand wavers slightly. The camera swivels to the doorway at the end of the hallway, revealing the figure standing there. In the doorway, bathed in the weak light from the dying candles, stands Razz's wife, her figure a dark silhouette against the faint glow. Her eyes glint with a mixture of malice and twisted affection, her lips curved into a knowing smirk. She is a specter from his past, an unresolved enigma who has just brought a dangerous complication to Razz's carefully laid plans.
That rules. And it's amazing. I can't believe that we got Megan Thee Stallion to play that. That's so fucking awesome.
Like, why is she
friend of
your
the show.
ex-wife, Razz?
Wait, she wears that pink business suit. Razz will, he'll kind of, that motion where like you just been caught and you kind of flick your gun up and slowly pull it away, and he'll turn around and he'll say, Louise, baby, you know I'm only here for work. It's crazy seeing you here.
You thought you could pull a fast one on me, huh?
No.
Sorry to burst your bubble, sweetheart, but I'm always one step ahead of the game.
You know I would never insult your intelligence. Ever. My love, my sweet. Everything I do is for us. And his eyes will start darting, looking for exits. Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're trying to do this covertly, like you could do a stealth, or if you're just like, bolt. Let's bolt.
Oh,
you could do like
go
a
for that. I had to do stealth.
Okay. I guess like a stealth or a spot hidden, whatever you feel.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Your ex-wife, she commands a room. When people are around her, they typically act like, oh, I gotta get out of here, or I gotta pay this woman respect. So this is like your usual behavior, just kind of like fidgeting and moving. So it's not, she doesn't clock it. But you do see two doors at the other end of the hallway. She's standing in front of one, the one that leads back into the church proper from where you were. But there's like a door a little bit behind you to the right. And then there's one all the way at the end that you think, given your success here, I'm going to say that that's where the organ music's coming from. So you think the one all the way at the end goes up to the organ, and the one to the right is kind of a mystery.
That was just for listeners, that was a 4.
Yeah.
Zach rolled, so critical success.
So I will say too that even if you are like intimidated, given that success too, like even if you are intimidated, like you are able to like straight up lie to her face right now, because that was such a great roll, and she will not clock it.
I think he'll inch towards. He's a bit of a rambling gambler, so the mysterious room, where he doesn't really know much about. Oh God, it could be a dead end though. Oh God.
So many possibilities.
Oh God.
But it could have a window.
He'll do it. He'll start inching towards that. The random room he doesn't know much about. It's pretty dark in there, correct? It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's so in this hallway, that particular door is the one most bathed in shadow, so that's probably assisting your stealth itself. You are backing away from her, and that's what she expects. And then Harcourt, who was in front of you but now behind you, starts to like go towards the end of the hallway and kind of like scope out the door up to it. Like he thinks he's securing exits, but
Little rat.
So she's stepping a little bit forward as well, and she's just like, you know, it's almost cute how you thought you could outsmart me. Almost.
No, you know me, baby. I'm a cute face. I can talk nice, but you do all the thinking in our relationship. I just got a little overzealous, okay? You just have so much to show for. You got everything going for you. I just needed a way to strike out on my own, and Miss McIntyre was gonna be there for me. I'd never meant anything by it. I never meant any disrespect. And he kind of looks at the case, and he'll kind of jump like it spooked him. It's in his hand. Oh, this was just for protection. I didn't even know how much was in here. Stupid Razz. Huh? Baby. Stupid Razz. Doing this thing. He'll start inching towards the random room while he's like in his stupid Razz mode. Just when he gets close enough, he might try to dash for it depending on how close she's getting.
Okay. I want to describe Louise a little bit. Like I said, she's someone who commands a room. So she's walking towards you, and she's wearing this really like fitted, tailored perfectly for her black suit that hugs her mahogany skin perfectly. And she's wearing this black chemise underneath that shows her ample cleavage. She's fit but strong, like slender. She stands about 5'7". She has this cool fedora on that's tilted to one side with a red feather in the cap, and she has these full red painted lips and the sultry half-lidded eyes and perfectly coiffed, like styled short hair that's like styled. It just falls perfectly. Everything about her is intentional, from the way she carries herself with effortless grace to the way her voice can shift from velvet smooth to steel-edged in a heartbeat. So she's stepping forward, and you have that very great stealth check that you're going for the door. Harcourt's at the end of the hall, so before she can say her next words, you want to try to bolt. So that's what you want to do?
Yeah, she is my wife. I hear her out a little bit. One more quip isn't gonna hurt anybody, but it's kind of like a parachute to where like he's inching towards the door, and if she starts to get even a hint of a little wrathful, I know the tip of the iceberg is coming, so he'll jump.
So let's just see if she sees anything happening. Ooh, but you had a much better success than her. You had an extreme success, and she had a regular success. So she will eventually clock that you're getting near the door, but it'd be too late by the time she catches it. But she first says, "Baby, looks like you forgot who wears the pants in this operation. Spoiler alert, it's not you. Now give me my guns."
Oh, do I throw the guns? My love, whatever we're in right now, it's much bigger than us, what we have going on, and I just need to see this through. I'm sorry. I did what I usually do. I went out on my own. I wanted attention. You are my life. Our child. You all mean so much to me. I just need a moment. I just need a chance. Will you give me a chance? And he'll kind of clutch the case to see if she'll relent a little.
Are you trying to pull a fast one on her, or are you just trying to actually like, hey, be on my side for once, or something like that?
Be on my side for once.
Okay.
Just to try it.
How about you roll a persuade?
You know, I've already died a few times. You know, I can,
Remember, you got all that luck now, too.
Right.
Yes.
That's true. Oh, persuade isn't great, though.
And you can always push a roll.
Yes, which means you roll again.
Great brawl too now.
Yeah. Oh. So you have two options here. You could spend 40 points of luck to get that where you need it.
40 points?
Or you could push it. Or three options. Or you could just let it ride.
I like my luck being that high for some reason. It's just fun. So I'm gonna keep that. We're gonna push it.
Okay.
Here comes nothing.
I believe
Come
in
on.
you.
Yeah, let's go.
I jump. I jump.
But you can use luck on this. Much less.
you could-
Much less luck.
Yeah.
You could spend 16 points.
Okay, I think I have to do that. She's gonna blow my head off.
This man is terrified of his wife.
Goodbye, sweet luck.
That means you succeed. So there's a flash in your wife's eyes, and there's a moment where she
Remember all the good times.
she separates from Lady Lou, second in command to the McClay family, to Louise, the girl who fell in love with a boy. And she glances back at Harcourt, who's at the back exit, and then back to you. What do you need guns for, sugar?
I don't know. For all I know, at first it was for Harcourt and your goons chasing us, but now things are much different. They're much different. Louise, do you know I died? Baby, I died a few times. Miss McIntyre's dead.
There's a look of confusion across her face. Shug, are you alright? Did you have something bad to drink?
I think I did the first few days, but now I make it past the morning. I used to puke my entrails and I die and I wake up. Things aren't right here, and I am terrified that you're here too. This could happen to you. I need these guns because I don't know what's going on. None of us do that. These people, there are people I met here, Louise, that they're going through these things. They're waking up and dying too. If I have these guns, and if I maybe, just maybe, have you on my side and not attacking us, we can get to the bottom of this, and I can give you your guns back after we make it through one calendar day. Just one.
Darling, you really need to lay off the gin. But she glances back to Harcourt again, and then, like, even softer. We can't leave today anyways. I'll be at the inn in town. Give them back tomorrow.
That's all I ask.
If you use any bullets, give me money for it. You know how my dad is.
They are expensive though.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Louise, you know my finances right now. I took this job for a reason. Let's not penny pinch over bullets.
She leans forward and, like, goes to kiss you on the cheek, if you allow it. Darling, figure it out. And then she'll turn around and start to leave. And then she just says over his shoulder, Harcourt, we're leaving.
Does he pass me on the way out?
And he, like, shoulder bumps you as he walks by.
30 seconds next time, Harcourt. 30 seconds.
I'm just waiting for Lady Lou to give me the signal.
I'll get the signal first. I'll give a wink.
And he just grumbles under his breath as they both leave this hallway back to the church. And we are back on the snow-laden streets in front of the Whimsybrook Supply Co. Aline had just taken a photo of Melody in front of a screaming crowd.
That was
sure.
real great, the two of you. Like, wow. Razz hitting his wife with the truth. Like, damn.
Right?
That was so good.
Yeah. that
Sometimes
was
you just gotta lay it
incredible.
on the line for your wife. You know, this could save the whole relationship. You know, just one eldritch horror. Great for any marriage.
Now you have to do that every day.
Yeah.
I literally just think every single day you gotta get lucky and think, you know, like
Yeah. Spend 16 points every day.
But that's the beauty of these stories, right? Where, like, you'll have these two characters, like, making peace, like falling in love again, and at the end of the day, it all resets.
Yep.
Wonderful.
And then he's the horrible husband who stole her guns and skipped town again.
Yep. And that day, he doesn't have time to explain.
Yasher rushes up to the group and meets up with them out of breath, tells them that Razz was in trouble lest he saw. Melody and Aline were very laissez-faire about it, going, let's go to the mask making workshop. We could catch up with him tomorrow if needed.
We did say that. Yes, I remember.
Like, yeah, he's probably fine. Like,
And if he's dead, we have tomorrow.
You're getting a little too comfortable with this situation.
Yeah.
Depending on if Yashar wants to follow or not, we could pick up at the masks.
Oh yeah, I think I think from last, if I remember correctly, last session you just kind of like talked him into like going with you, so he'll go with you. I mean, he looks nervous and anxious and he's sweating, but that's not far off from how he normally looks. So
Yeah.
I think Melody just like kind of like grabbed his arm and was like, let's go. Like,
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, and he's just like, but Razz,
he'll be okay. Patting the arm.
Arm in arm, you arrive at the mask making workshop, which is a large tent adorned with colorful fabrics and mystical decorations, like stained glass in with a moon in it, and like a bunch of Venetian masks hanging on it itself with elaborate designs. Venetian masks are full face masks. They don't just cover the eyes and the brow, they cover the whole face. So you enter this tent, which is on near the founder's mansion. If it's at that end of town, not the Whispering Teapot end of town. The tables, once you enter, are scattered with various materials, feathers, beads, paint, and more. There are tons of townfolk there, adorned with festival attire. There is a sign on the front that says, "Unleash your creativity and craft a mysterious guise for the evening masquerade." And there's just, there's people walking around, like, filling up the tables, but there's not, like, an instructor. It's more just, like, a crafting session. You don't even have to roll for this. You guys see Silas making a mask with Arya.
Does she see us?
Not really. She's really invested in helping Silas. They are at a, like, table near the back of the tent together.
Aline leans in with the rest of the group and kind of like in a hush voice go, I think we should just go talk to them. I think we should confront them right now. You know what? Let me go talk to them alone.
You don't think? Numbers and all that?
I'll just play coy, pretend I don't suspect and know nothing. I'll just ask if I can take their picture in front of the workshop for the masks, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing anyway. And then I'll try to size them.
Okay. If you get into any trouble, this didn't quite work last time, but throw a signal and we'll, I don't know, do something.
I'll scream. I have a gun.
Right. I forgot.
But maybe we could like get out of here without shooting the gun. Like, maybe it could be something really simple, like a hand gesture.
All right, I'll let you know. You know, well, I don't have a plan. I'm just gonna go take their photo.
Okay. How about Yasha and I go like right over here, which is really close, so that way we can like pretend that we're like, well, not pretend, we'll actually be eavesdropping, but we can be like, oh, I happened to hear you guys were talking about this, and we're just like right there, you know?
Why don't you go craft your own masks?
That's what I mean.
Just
There's a
try to
table right
figure out
there.
what crafting your mask wisely means. Just get in there and take a photo. That's all I know to do.
Okay.
Okay, but like, no guns, please.
No guns. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you enter the tent, and there is a table fairly near Arya and Silas that Melody and Yasha are able to find, that has a bunch of like, there are all white face masks, all black, there's red, there's gold, there's like but they're plain and you could add things to them. So, and you see other people around you like painting and like adding feathers, and some people are really good at it and others are really trying. As you guys get near, I need you all to roll a listen. just to see what they're talking about, because they're like huddled together talking softly before they notice you guys. But they seem pretty involved in their own world. Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Regular success.
We're eavesdropping.
Yeah. Oh, we all got success.
Wow.
Aline got a extreme success.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're ready for this. Okay.
Yeah.
Melody and Yasher, as you go to sit down, again, these two, they seem very loving. So at first glance, it is very much like two young lovers just having an intimate moment. So they're very like, when you're in that beginning stages of a relationship, and also when you're that young, you're very like self-involved. So they're just like, the whole world doesn't exist except us two. So they don't see you at all. So they continue on their conversation, and you hear Silas go, "Oh, is this right?" And then Arya goes, "Oh, no, the symbol needs to be more like this if you want its protection." Aline hears that as well as you're walking up. But then you also clock with your extreme success. Who else would be here? There's some stuff happening here in this tent. And once you're in the middle of the tent walking by and you get close enough to Arya and Silas, you hear some tapping. Tap, tap, tap. And then is as if in response, someone at another table goes tap, tap, tap. And it's intentional. And then there's it sounds almost melodic the way things are moving around you. Things are being slid, things are being moved, like a chink and a ding ding and a bang. And it for a moment it sounds like you're listening to a song, and then you clock around you these people making it happen. Arya's one of them. Like, she'll be doing the tapping next to Silas. You see this woman there. She has blonde short hair. She has a voluptuous figure. She is adorned in flowing robes, and she seems to be crafting a mask, a very beautiful mask. So she is crafting a very pristine white base mask with bold crimson accents on it. It's very beautiful with these filigree like lines of red on there, and it's very similar to the symbols you see being formed on Arya's. And then this other man who is also doing the sliding motion of his mask, it seems like he's painting it and it's moving across the table, but it's rubbing in a way that's adding to this orchestra of unconventional instruments. And this severe look, striking figure, he has a tall, lean frame and a quiet intensity to him that surrounds him like an aura. Like, no one's sitting next to this man, but he has a quiet, why would this seems too whimsical an activity for this man. And he is making a mask as well, and his is in contrast with this, the white pristine one. This is a gunmetal, like gray, dark, nearly black, and it has cogs and gears on it, and a brass variety laid out in and he seems very intentional with where he's laying them out on his mask.
Clock, you said? Gears? Clockwork? I'll remember that.
And they are laid out in the tent where now that you've noticed this unconventional orchestra going on here, they are laid out in a perfect triangle.
Are the people doing this, not Arya, but the other two, do they look like they're in a trance, or do they just look like they're doing this voluntarily, like this kind of like musical?
It looks voluntary. There's no like glazed over look. There's no far off. They seem aware. They seem to know what they are doing, but without, checking on them, you can't be entirely certain.
I think I'm gonna go for Silas and Arya first still. I just don't want them to leave before I get a chance to talk to them. So I think, Aline is gonna go just behind them, and kind of like with her readying her photography equipment, she'll just excuse me, Silas? Is that you, Silas? just to grab his attention.
He jumps and you see him mess up the line he was making, and Arya goes like, and they both turn to look at you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to know. I don't know if you recognize me. I was there yesterday at the restaurant. I saw you. I just recognized you. I'm here to take pictures of the mask workshop. Would you two be okay? If I took a picture of yours? They look very pretty, and that would make for a great photo with the two of you in front of the materials behind you to make for a perfect picture.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a series of rolls. Karen and Ian, how close are you're just backs to them or facing them, or how obvious are you trying to eavesdrop?
I was envisioning like a table that's like kind of adjacent to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe like side to side, or I wouldn't say like back to turn.
Okay, so there could be a chance you are looking at them. So I need from you two a spot hidden or psychology.
I just improved that, so let's go. Wait, just missed it. Oh, you know what?
Luck.
I'm gonna spend some luck on that. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some luck.
Okay.
I'll spend 7 luck to get that to a regular success.
Okay. So with your regular success, you notice when Aline starts talking to Silas and Arya, she squints. You're not sure if it's a squint or a glare, but there is a moment of not what you would expect from a person who was snuck up on. It's more like, like a recognition and then a, like what are you doing here?
Okay, so it's like, you should be dead. Why are you walking around kind of look. Okay, so she's got a little bit of a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of surprise. Aline, I need from you psychology. Actually, both psychology and spot hidden.
Let's do both.
Oh,
I can't believe that.
My
7 for
goodness.
13. Spot hidden, 69.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
69.
Oh, Xavier,
Whoa.
you're on fire.
I'm excited for next session's roll improvement.
wow. It seems whoever I put last on the list has the most successes, because I put Zach first, Ian, Karen, and Xavier. Now you're the one with the most at the bottom.
Maybe. Yeah.
For your psychology, you see the look of surprise, and it's just a moment, and you recognize it of how are you here? And then for the spot hidden, when Silas jumps, you see a folded up piece of paper fall from his pocket and hit the floor underneath his seat. But you asked if they could have their picture taken. After that moment of Silas going, oh no, he looks to you, looks back at the thing, and he goes, and then he looks towards Arya, almost for approval, and Arya's looking at you. Wouldn't it be better to take these pictures during my performance?
I most certainly will. And if you don't want, that's okay too. I just want to see how the festival is being prepared.
Oh yes, their masks. Silas's mask, the one he's working on, it has symbols along the edge, but his is black and white, and I'll just describe it because we know what it is, but it looks like a yin and yang. There's a black spot, white spot on the black side, and then there's symbols along the edge. And then Arya doesn't have a mask in front of her. It seems like she's helping Silas with his. There's a moment of hesitation from her, and with your 2 successes, and one's an extreme success, you could see her looking off into the distance for a moment and tilt her head, almost as if she's listening to something. And then airily, she'll say in response to you, all right, I mean, if you're taking pictures of the festival, Silas, would you like your picture taken? He looks to Arya, back to you, or back to Aline, back to Arya. Yes?
That would be wonderful. You're an extremely photogenic couple. This will be a great memory too. I'll just take a minute to set my things up. Don't keep working on your mask. I'll be ready in a second.
Yeah. Silas goes, we were just finishing up. He says a little too loud. And then she gives him a sharp look. And then she said, yes, my mask was completed days before, but Silas put it off towards the last minute.
I perfectly understand. That's how I do things too. As she sets up the tripod, the camera, the flash, powder, make sure everything's good. Just keeping an eye out for, the other people. I don't want to be jumped. My cult members.
While Aline is like putting this all together, it seems like these two might be distracted. Could I get like a real good look at Silas's mask and see if I can maybe identify any of the symbols on it?
Yeah. I think from you, they are sufficiently distracted. Aline is very distracting. She's good at that. From you, I would like cryptography?
Okay, yeah.
Or occult? Or even Latin? I see you know Latin as well.
I do know Latin. All of those are very good. I'm gonna go with occult because that is my highest. How's a 54 do ya?
That does me. I'm not gonna finish that.
Fair enough.
I said it in my head, and then I was like, "Do not say that out loud." You did great. Good job.
Thank you. That's all I need to hear. If you just call me a good boy, I'm set for like the whole week.
You're a good boy, Ian.
Thank you. Finally, someone says it.
But with that 54 out of 70, you do recognize some of the symbols. It's not necessarily you recognize the symbols themselves. It's more so they look very similar to what you have seen on the doorways. There are more. And if using your success, you're pretty sure that these in combination with each other are spelling something. Usually runes are just that. Well, not usually, but they could just be, or they're typically used as like a warding or protection or something, and just like you just need like one on the surface. But this is the way that they're combined, and the way that you could see spaces between certain symbols, but some are grouped together. It is very reminiscent of sentence structure and wording.
Okay, cool. I think that's all for. I think that's all for now. I'll lock it in. I guess since we're by crafting stuff, could I just like quickly write down what I see, maybe?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Just on a piece of paper or something. Just grab like whatever writing utensil. Just like just write down what I see. Okay.
You start copying what you're able to see. I will say, unless like you're leaning above the table, the nature of a mask is it's rounded, so you see probably 1/2 of the oval.
Gotcha.
Unless you're like leaning over.
No, definitely not.
Like getting right over the table. 1 second, guys.
Melody is looking over all of the decorations that have been laid out for this activity, and I guess I'm just curious if there's anything here that's like out of place. Like, you know how like sometimes things have specific meanings? I just wondering if there's anything that is like could have a double meaning, that or if there maybe is something on the masks that we can see that maybe isn't laid out as a decoration, like something that they've brought and added specifically.
Yeah, I would like both of these roles. I would like a natural world and an occult.
Okay.
Very high.
You do see, I will say from that roll, even though it's a failure doesn't mean you failed, it just means you didn't see all of it. But there are a lot of, some of the masks, as you're looking around, look very highly bejeweled. And not like in a rhinestoney way, but in a, those look like jewels.
Oh my goodness. Bougie.
Yes. You will recognize on some of the materials provided, you clock those jewels, and then you see within the jewels, it's not on your table, not the jewels, but now that you clock the jewels, you're looking at the table and you're like, do I have like rubies here or emeralds? And then you see on your table and some of the other tables there are crystals. And there are ones that look very similar to ones you have used in your esoteric means. But most of them are just on the table, and specifically there's some on Arya and Silas's table. With your success, I would say you see them in front of... You don't know what Aline sensed when she walked in because you haven't had that conversation, but there are some on that blonde-haired, voluptuous woman's table, and there are some on that severe-looking man's table.
Can I sense if any of them are charged?
With your success, yes. And as you're looking at, like, almost like you're trying to tune in, bing, you hear that hum.
All right, Silas. Now I just need you to hold the mask and try not to. Can you stabilize your hands a little bit? They shake a lot, and the mask is gonna be all blurry on the picture.
Like this, and it shakes a little more.
No, the opposite. Try to relax the shoulders. Like just stand like straight a little bit. And can the two of you get a little closer too?
He'll stand there very stiffly, and then he finally like stops moving. And he's holding it, and you could see that his hands are getting wet with paint. And then Arya leans into him and puts her arm around his back. Very scandalous. But she wraps an arm around him and leans into him.
I'm gonna take the best photo I can of the two of them with like as much of the background I can, just so that it is a professional picture, but also whenever I develop it, I want to make sure I catch everything that shows up.
Okay, so do you frame the shot in a way that those two other people are in it?
I'm gonna go to their tables after.
Oh, okay.
Ask for their info and if I can take their pictures.
Okay, so you take this photo. Actually, I would like you to roll your photography for me. You have a
Dang. Don't fail me now, university. Oof.
that was close.
Oh my god.
You're telling me
77.
you went to university, but Razz punches better than you take photos.
That's true. That is true.
You went to the University of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
The streets.
Can't get over that. I don't know why.
The streets.
But that is a success. 77 out of 80 is still a success. So you frame the shot perfectly. But what I was really having you roll for is you take a lot of photos. That is your career. It is your lifeblood. It is your passion. You know, it is second nature to you. Even framing the perfect shot, making sure everything's in camera, making sure the exposure's right, the lighting's right, the flash bulb goes off in a way that captures the subjects correctly and not, it captures the foreground, not the background. And when the flash bulb flashes, you could swear it goes just a moment too long. Like it's blinding for just a touch too long. It just feels different. To everybody else, this picture goes off without a hitch.
I'm just afraid for the highlights on that one. Uh-oh.
Oh no, the exposure's too high.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. I'll be seeing you at the festival, at the concert later. I'll make sure to take many photos of your act.
Oh, yes, please do. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'll make sure of it. And then she looks at Silas's hand and lets out a sigh. Let's go get you cleaned up, honey. And she leads Silas away unless you stop them.
No. Please go. Please leave.
Okay. They leave, and Aline, with your previous extreme success, that piece of paper is still on the ground.
Yes, I'm waiting for them to be completely out. And
They're
then
gone.
I'll leave my, the camera there, set up and everything, and I'll just scoot back to wherever that thing fell. I guess we're all at separated tables, right? It wasn't kind of like a big buffet of ingredients and then
it's like a bunch of little wooden dining tables arranged with just a bunch of crafts and chairs around them.
Would there be still some craft materials on their table?
Yeah, there's some.
I'll go pretend to just like look at the materials, like out of interest and curiosity. Just like, oh, drop one. Oops. And I'll lean down and pick up both things.
Okay. Could you roll me a sleight of hand?
Yes.
So many rolls today.
I was just thinking that.
Wow.
Success.
Goodness.
So you are able to grab that piece of paper. Like you're just, oh, I dropped something. No one notices. It is easy breezy. It's like that handshake you do where you slip something into someone else's palm. It's like, oh, you did it. It's you got it. It is a folded up piece of paper.
I'll keep it for the exchange of information later. Pocket it. And then just briefly, while maybe Yasher and Melody start exchanging information or something, I'll just briefly go ask for the names of, like as a journalist would do, like, hello, I'm interested in your mask, to the other two people, and then ask them each if they'd let me take their pictures with their masks. The intention of it being if I can get a good look at their masks and the symbols on them.
Yes.
And have a record of it.
We will quickly go through this. So I'll say the closest, or the one you'll approach first, is the woman with the short bob hairstyle. When she looks up at you with her light brown eyes, she has a big smile on her face. Oh, yes. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is Aline Lévesque. I was hired by the town to take pictures of a festival, and I would like to know if I could take a picture of your mask and yourself crafting it just to commemorate this event. It's a wonderful mask, and you're very photogenic.
Oh.
I should say that to everyone.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I always thought I was photogenic. My name is, and she holds out her hand to you, Gwendolyn Miller, a co-owner of the Dreamweaver Tailors. Be sure to check out the Colorful Maze later. Me and my sister set it up. Oh, and you want a photo? Of course. You could have a photo. Do you want with my mask? I just finished it, and it's a beautiful. It's like intricately designed. You could have designs like these and more if you go over to the Dreamweaver Tailors. Make sure you have something to wear for the masquerade later on this evening. We have some ready ready for everybody.
Oh, yeah, great. Maybe I'll just drop by a little later. Of course, yeah, that's. Thank you for the suggestion.
Anything. Make sure to get my good side.
Yes,
of
course. Oh, you know what your good side is. Perfect. This makes my job easier. Just hold your mask next to your good side, and I'll have both of them in the same shot.
Big smile, holds it up delicately, not touching it, and she holds it for the picture. Again, a moment too long. Just a hair, just a touch. That flash goes off just a teensy bit too long. Is there anything else you need, honey?
Not for now, but I'm sure if we see each other again today, I'll, feel free to ask me for another picture. I'm here for that, so I'm here for you.
Of course, and darling, be sure to stop by the Dreamweaver Tailors. You could do with a spot of color.
Yes, maybe that's true too. Thank you.
Well, I must get back to it. And then she sits down and just shuts you out.
All right, quickly to the other dude, because deep in my soul, something is telling me I need to go take a picture of something where gears and melodies entwine.
So you approach the man working on the gunmetal mask with with cogs and gears on it. He, like I said, he is a very stern looking person. As you approach and you say hello to him. What do you want?
Just a moment of your time, sir, and I just want to ask you if you would like to have your picture taken. I'm a journalist from Montreal.
No.
I was invited. Okay. Can I ask for your name? Just for my articles?
Orion Davis. And then he turns back to his mask.
Well, I'll be seeing you at the festival, Mr. Orion. Yikes. All right, I'm done. Back to my friends.
You just put your gun in his back. There's no gratitude there, Orion.
I asked for your picture, sir.
So you meet back up with your friends.
Did you find out why she tried to kill us?
Not quite, but pick out the note from Silas. Silas dropped this. Maybe we'll get more answers if we read this.
So you unfurl it, and you notice right away that it is a poster for the Veiled Serenade. It says, the year-long review presents the Veiled Serenade. On March 20th at 11 p.m., embark on a journey of discovery where every note holds a tale untold and every whisper carries the promise of adventure. Don't miss this unforgettable evening of wonder and delight. Grand Stage, Whimsy Book Town Square. So you're looking at it, and I just want to see who sees this first. Can I get a spot hidden from you three?
Not gonna do it. I don't think.
Oh, wait. I mean,
no. It's not necessary. Don't push this.
okay.
Oh,
You're welcome. Yeah, sure. Eventually, you're looking at it. You're like, there's a moment of disappointment. You've seen these all around town.
yeah. It's just this flyer that we've all seen a bunch. Oh, that's what you got instead of asking why they tried to kill us before they left. Huh.
And then let's say Aline picks it up, and then yeah, sure, you see there's something on the back.
Oh, wait. It looks like notes. It looks like a clef of some kind.
Yes, you do see some music notes.
Okay, I don't think Yasher is exceptionally musically gifted, but he might be able to read music just because he's an avid reader. Can I give that a try to sort of like figure out what the tune of these notes are?
Yeah, let's have an English check, I guess.
Oh, how's a 12 for an extreme success?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he's no musician, but like by virtue of having read a lot of stuff and done a lot of like cryptography, he can do this. So
you know it is CABGEC. And as you see these notes, you hear them in your head.
I look around. Did you both hear that?
Yes. It's just like that word that Melody said. Aline flips the pamphlet, the flyer over, and kind of like rereads that sentence that like every note holds a tale untold and every whisper carries the promise of adventure. And Aline's just starting to think that we need to be more literal with everything that's said and written here. There's something about music, and it's much more than just music. Definitely. I don't know if you've, and now in a hushed voice, I don't know if you've noticed when we entered, but everyone was just jamming. Everyone was playing a song together just by moving their masks around or tapping on the table or the way they just moved objects or coughed, anything. They were making a song.
I knew I felt uncomfortable. That kind of combined music making makes me very anxious.
Well, just to help you with that, all of them seem to be aligned in a perfect triangle. Arya and the other two. So when we, just thinking back to that secret message Mabel revealed to us, but if we are to craft our masks wisely, I don't think it's just choosing the right feather color. I think we need to know how these people make their masks. And if that means sitting in a triangle while performing a song and writing these symbols like on them, it might not be the end of it. There might be more we need to find out. If we don't have that, I don't think that ceremony at midnight is gonna do us any good.
And yeah, triangles are powerful icons, mostly because of the power of three. Three things are traditionally very strong, unifying, strong magical symbols. But how are we going to do that with 4 of us?
And then the camera wipes and it goes back to Razz. Razz, you leave the church. Where are your friends? They seem to be cleaning up from the mess and from the knocked over tent or knocked over stand that you left in your wake, you and Maddie left in your wake. It seems to be cleaned up now, and the crowd seems less frantic. It seems to be settled back into a festival atmosphere of cheer and mirth. So you step out onto the square, and it's just a bunch of people enjoying a festival.
I think Razz kind of walks out, feeling like a better man, you know. Talked to his wife, things are better now, and he just never really bought this whole magic-y mumbo jumbo, and he's coming to the realization that we're all just stuck in our own individual like a ghost of a Christmas past situation where we have to get through our own personal traumas, so we keep repeating the day. So he feels like he's good now. So he's just gonna walk down the street and kind of see if he can spot any of his friends to tell him the good news.
So eventually Razz catches up with you all, and you're all together again. So it's almost as soon as you were like saying, what are we gonna do when there's 4 of us? And then Razz goes, hey guys.
Hey.
Razz, are you okay? You disappeared?
Oh yeah, I couldn't be any better. I ran into my wife, Louise, absolute firecracker, I tell you that. But don't worry, we got things figured out. I think my marriage is on the up and up. Things are looking good for old Razz, huh?
For today.
Yeah, sure. I came to the conclusion that we're all just kind of going through these individual traumas, and when we kind of fight with what we're dealing with, we're out of here. I think I'm a made man, Yash. I also got to keep the guns. He just kind of coyly kind of offered his case. Very proud.
I'm so happy for you, Razz.
Thank you.
Not enough guns for today, for the whole lifetime.
Wait, what's wrong? What did something happen? Catch me up, gang.
Yeah, no, you should come in closer. We have a lot to tell you.
And we shouldn't do it here.
Hey, everyone. We have a big target off our backs. My wife is not coming for us anymore. I figured that situation out. What else do we have to worry about? We have all day.
We do have all day. Give Razz all the information.
Info dump.
We dump, yeah.
So now you know about the hidden notes, and you hear that tune play when you see it too. You know about Arya and Aline. You tell them about. You guys probably didn't notice, but the flash went on a little bit too long, and I think I found 2 more cult members. I don't know, maybe.
Possibly. Add them to the book. Yeah, I'll just add their name in my journal. I guess the next question is, what's the next stop? Do we just want to go down the list of activities for the festival? When do you work, actually, Melody? When's your shift? What time is it?
So it is 11:30.
Oh my gosh.
Look how far you guys have come.
Wow.
We can go to the bookstore.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Yes.
Should probably do that before it closes.
For lunch.
I would love to talk to Francis. I would love to find out if they're all right. I would love to find out if they know what's going on, or if they know that we're trapped in this town and in time.
Be careful, though. If Francis is involved, just letting them know about a time loop, which feels weird to say out loud, might reveal us, might put us in danger. I don't know.
I trust Francis. Yeah, I don't trust a lot of people, but Francis and I go back. They're a colleague of mine. They've, been very open. I can't possibly imagine that they're involved in this.
It's good for me. I trust you.
I mean, I think something also to consider is if they're not involved and we do tell them the truth, they might get so freaked out that they shut down and we don't get any information out of them.
Then I pull out the gun.
Now you're thinking.
No! No guns!
Jeez, Ash, you're not to bite my head off. I got feelings too.
And then with that, the scene unfolds within the mask-making workshop, the air thick with the scent of glue and varnish. Shelves are lined with unfinished masks that loom over the investigators, their blank stares unnervingly lifelike in the dim light of this tinted area. The camera slowly pans across the room, capturing the tense expressions on the investigators, or the exasperated ones of Yasher. There is a rhythmic ticking of an unseen clock that echoes faintly in the background, a subtle reminder of time slipping away. A gust of wind rattles the old wooden masks that are hanging on the walls on display. The camera zooms out, begins to pull back, drifting through the doorway of the tent into the cold air. It glides silently through the streets of Whimsybrook, where the sounds of distant festival laughter are muted and hollow. The town is a maze of narrow alleys and cobblestone paths, each twists and turns, revealing another layer of its secrets. The camera journey brings it into a series of mirrors strategically placed throughout the town, their surfaces shimmering with an otherworldly glow. In each mirror, the investigators' reflections appear, their images distorted and warped as if seen through a darkened lens. Their reflections seem to move independently, their eyes following the camera's progress. And then the camera pulls back, its focus now on the Mystic Mirror Salon, where the light from the mirrors coalesces into a single ominous beam.
Man, you guys are screwed.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Endless Equinox. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. It's easy, free, and helps others learn about the show. Follow us for info, updates, and extra clips on our socials. We're on pretty much everything at Respect the Crit, or come be a part of our amazing community in our Discord. Mabel McIntyre is played by Jamie Lee Bonez, who you can find at Jamie MF Bones. Aline Lévesque is played by Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes, who you can find at Xavier TD on Blue Sky. Melody Thompson is played by Karen Huesman, who you can find at Not So Shy Ronnie. Razz McClay is played by Zach Clark. Yasher Angle is played by me, your host, Ian Duncan, and you can find me at iDunks. Our keeper of arcane lore is Susan Spenader, who you can find at Suze Laluz. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing game is published by Chaosium Inc. And remember, whatever the system, miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and Cthulhu Fatagan.
It's okay. Your spot hidden's at 69.
Yeah, no, I don't want to touch that. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and then you also gotta improve your luck. Yours is currently at 60. Ooh, if we could get two 69s here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you gotta improve.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
69.
Okay.
69.
9.
69.
Nine,
Just a D10?
9.
No.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Yes!
69! Nice!
Oh my god!
The dice do tell a story.
Oh, it could not have gone any better.
Calling it beforehand made it better too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think
Thank
that
you all for
felt better
believing.
than any crit you could have rolled.
Oh, for sure.